Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Battle Chasers. In case you guys were wondering, I did not actually forget about the B team. I was kind of saving them back for a little bit, or at least one of them. I kind of wanted to see who would be the highest DPS. The other ones were just safer to go through the normal parts of the game with, but I have decided on who my final party is going to be, and it's not going to be who I've had through the rest of it. But first things first, we have to fight the other three shades, and I've kind of set this up. We don't have Red Monica at level 30 yet, but she's the only one that's fallen a little bit behind there, but it's all right. We're going to go ahead and just go with a Chimera Sting on Mr. Nolan here, mainly because I want to take their healer out first. Pretty much guaranteed he's going to go ahead and take a little bit of damage there and probably shoot a fireball at one of us. Ow, I really wish he wouldn't have dropped the ignite on him. Anybody but him. But let's go ahead and Swift Strike. We'll go after Garrison here to Swift Strike him up a little bit, and then you have the Time Warp Burst. Yes, this is what makes Nolan a little bit obscene. So we're going to get 3 actions in a row. That is what Time Warp does. Ever since I first saw what it does, I was like, this guy's going to be insane. Especially considering I think I have him over 20,000 attack power right now. So yeah, 3 Firestorms should be enough to actually just cause this a severe amount of pain. So let's go ahead and go into our abilities. We have 3 abilities in a row we can use. So let's go ahead and use Firestorm level 2 multiple times in a row. We're taking fire damage from this crap, but as you can see, this is a little bit obscene. I am just destroying everything in my path. I was kind of hoping I could take out Red Monica too, but the other 2 were a little bit more important, and then it takes over to her turn, Burning, and he pretty much just one-shot the entire set of 3 shades by himself. Yeah, he's level 30, but holy hell, that is insane. That leaves us with 1 enemy left to deal with. I got a legendary treasure chest. Yes, that was on legendary difficulty too. Yeah, that was maximum difficulty for this dungeon. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and exit this dungeon, and I will see you guys up near the bridge towards what I am assuming is the final area. It doesn't say there's another dungeon, so I will be right back. Okay, we are back in front of the gate of the next area we're actually supposed to go to. You can see the little quest marker up there at the very top. I'm here to show off the equipment before we go in there because I probably won't get a chance to show it off again. I know there's a lot of things I could do to optimize, such as upgrading this through the mana area that we were just in. There are certain places where you can upgrade these with the shards, and I just didn't feel like doing that, so he's not completely optimized, but I'm going for kind of a balanced character with Calibretto. He's going to be a little bit tanky, a little bit damagey, and a little bit just healer. He's going to be our primary healer. He's also going to be able to deal out a decent amount of damage and status effects such as Asunder and stuff like that. As far as his perks go, we've got him set up to be mostly in the artillery range thing with AP up, gut punches, wildfire boosts, and a bunch of defensive boosts. He also has nature overcharge on here, so he'll have basically 3 overcharge points, so it's about 1,500 to 1,700 healing whenever he uses 10 points of overcharge. So yeah, that's pretty good healing, and it's going to be pretty helpful to have him around on that. As far as Gully, she is super defensive at, wow, almost 7,000 more life than Calibretto even. Really high defenses in both magic and physical. Her perks are kind of geared around this as well, but she also has a few nice little effects here. A little bit of attack power boost there. She's not going to do anywhere near as much as damage as Calibretto or Nolan, but she's set up to be extremely defensive and have a lot of perks based around this. So basically a high defense, high stamina, and a few AP ups here just to help her damage be, you know, competitive and stuff like that. So each time she's attacked, she gets an attack power increase as well, but she also deals damage back with Taunt, and Gravity Punch is a percent damage thing that's going to do 12% of the enemy's life in damage, of their current life at least, plus about 3,000 extra damage. If we come over here and look at her combat skills, we can actually show that off. Gravity Punch 2, 12% of an enemy's remaining HP, which is basically, in Diablo terms, a crushing blow, but plus 3,209 damage. So it's not bad, and it's relatively fast. It's not very fast, but it's fast enough. And then we have the Powerhouse that I've actually toned down slightly from the footage you saw earlier, which you may have noticed he gained about 2,000 health between then and now. That's because I swapped it out for a Cold Heart Ring. I could take him back up to what he was, but that would cost me 2,500 life. yeah, it's not really worth it right now because I'm going to need that life to survive these upcoming battles, most likely. So we've got Ragnarok and Rune Silk Robes on him, Unholy Might, and Possessed, basically sacrificing all kinds of defense for their offenses, and this guy's, she's just the exact opposite, all kinds of defensive perks, and he's pretty balanced with Colossus and Unholy Might. Unholy Might being probably the most sacrificial thing on there, but that's only because I couldn't afford another either Stalwart or another improvement above that. So yeah, I couldn't afford the better enchantment, so I went ahead and enchanted it with that. Perks wise, just all kinds of AP stuff. If I had thought ahead enough and actually known he was going to be quite so strong, I would have saved a lot of my books for him and actually gotten him up to 200 points. That way I could get Elemental Master and Arcane Master. Arcane Master, despite what it says at the bottom, is an attack power increase of 20%, and Elemental Master would boost that even further by 25% if I was using Fire or Ice, which would make him just insane. But basically, he's got a few healing perks, but most of his stuff is based around boosting his mana and boosting his damage. And I wanted to go for the Arcane tree to just boost his damage just straight up rather than have it be specifically fire and ice. But he also has some magic defense boosts, and he starts combat with Overcharge. I've gotten rid of the passive at end of battle recoveries for both him and Calibretto. You may have noticed that we don't have Recuperate on there right now. That's because I'm not expecting to run into too many enemies in here, and we have, if I'm slightly ashamed to show it off, 34 Celestial Group Healing Flasks and 47 Celestial Healing Flasks. So I think we'll be okay. I hope so. But let's go ahead, and I think we want to dive on in with this group. Gully's going to be able to survive pretty much anything. Calibretto should survive most things. I'm kind of worried about Nolan's survivability, but if we can keep the enemies distracted, we should be fine. So let's go ahead and enter Knight's Keep, which is going to be our final area, I think. So in Knight's Keep exploration area, we have some things to wander around here. And reason why I think it's the final area, by the way, I'm going to show you guys this. I have the entire bestiary cleared except for 2 spots. And I'm willing to bet that's Kadral and Varus, if I have to guess. That's kind of my assumption there, and you can sort of see it in here. Yeah, unique monster scene. We've seen all but 2. I haven't caught all the fish either, but I was catching fish for some shadow coins. I got bored of it, but yeah, if you really want to optimize your shadow coin generation, you want to do fishing in all of the dungeons that you run multiple times. I didn't have to run dungeons more than like 2 or 3 times total to get everyone up to 30. Certainly had extravagant taste. Yes, he did. We're going to go for you, just in case we actually need it. Do we actually have anything we can interact with in here? Or is this just random, like, wandering up to see things? What are you? It's a crafting table that lets us craft all the things that we already can craft. I'm not really interested in it. It's awfully quiet. Yeah, I'd wager it is. There's the recharge point. We don't need that because we're actually at full right now. You can only use it once. Oh no. Oh, we've got a shrine here. Shrine of Energy, sure, we'll drink that. Are there other shrines in here? I'm going to check because it'd be nice if there was another shrine kind of like wandering around that we could actually get possibly a recovery effect, like a regen or something like that for the battle. But I guess getting the overcharge is all we're going to get, so yay. I would love other perks. We could actually go around the map and get some more perks, but not going to do that. That's cheeseballing it. If I have to cheeseball it, I will, but I don't think I'm going to need to. It's a little too quiet. Yeah, we're probably going to fight him through this door. That's probably why it's quiet. What if they're both in there? Then it'll be twice the fun. We should hear something, shouldn't we? Who knows how vampires and demon lords duke it out. The suspense is killing me anyway. Let's get it done. I concur. I really want to know how this ends. And there is a new game plus. Not going to do it right away. I might not even do it in... Oh, the casket is open. So that's a thing. Yeah, I see that. So the casket is open, so he's moving.
Varus isn't here, I'm afraid. He and his witch played a clever game indeed. But no matter. Wherever he's fled, I will find him. You could join me.
The only place you're going is back in your cage.
Aluman, you haven't told your companions, have you? The nature of the very magic that sustains you. The same as mine. Blood magic.
We figured it out.
Ah, swordsman. I see darkness within you. Why do you fight against this greatest of gifts? There is a shadow in each of you. The good is but a cage for the ambitious darkness within. I can make you powerful. I can set you free.
Your words are empty, demon. You speak of power and freedom, yet your own skin is a prison. Come now. Let's end this.
Don't tell me I'm going to have to New Game Plus to actually get Varys. Well, she has bouncy boobs. That's a thing. You seem desperate. She's going to bury your shift magical. Let's see what this actually says. Immune to stun, passively increase haste by 30, and reduces magical damage taken by 50%. So, she's on a defensive thing, and we don't know what she's casting. So, I think what I want to do... I want to get Ice Blast and stuff on her then, I guess. So, since he's not going to be able to just totally destroy her right off the bat, we're going to go with a lot of, basically, tricks. So we'll taunt, get attacks going in on Gully here. Ouch. 4,000 damage. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. Kadral, you are you're underpowered, I think. But you are level 31, so you actually aren't underpowered. You are just all kinds of nasty just waiting to happen, I'd wager. I don't know what her ultimate abilities are, so we're just going to keep beating on her until we actually find out. You are going to do a heroism, which is going to give us all shields. You're going to do a... Let's see... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do an Empower for 2 turns. Oh, and she's got an casting Mark of Kadral. What does that do? Is that going to actually destroy somebody? Okay, so Mark of Kadral is on her. And what does that do? 123,700 piercing damage? The fuck? Wildfire it is. So she's got a little bit of a shield going. We've got haste up, crit up, and all kinds of fun stuff going. So let's see what that does. Okay, so yeah, that's helping out just a little bit. We're going to end up having to use a burst here. She's going to go ahead and hit her again. Ouch. Okay, stunned. So you are going to end up having to do a burst. I wish she'd barrier shift to physical. Actions. Firebolt, I guess, will deal some damage as well. So we're going to have to be a little bit more interesting here. So let's see. Burst. I don't want to use this burst yet, so let's go ahead and Wildfire again. Okay, she's going to do a shift to physical, so this is going to increase her physical defense. So we're going to be able to do magical, which means that he's going to be able to do his thing next turn. Okay, so burst, time warp. Let's see what you can do. So now that she's got a physical defense, we're going to go magical all out the wazoo here. I probably should have been using Gully's like percent reduction, but even still, I think these other attacks are going to be doing more damage. Someone would have to do the math for me. So let's see. Burst. Okay, we have 3 abilities in a row that we can use. So I need to decide how I'm going to do this. Actions. We're going to do a Firebolt, I believe. Or do we want to do a Firestorm? 4707 versus 2157, so that's going to be just straight up better. And then we have Ignite will deal... Okay. Okay, let's see. Firestorm, I think, is going to be the best bet. So you're going to go Firestorm. Okay, there's a little bit of a burn on her. They're going to do... Let's see what the Arcane Explosion does as far as damage goes. Boom. Ooh, and that's only if it's a crit, though. Abilities... we'll do another Arcane Explosion. That's going to knock her down to about 5,000 life. That's pretty good. So we're just totally decimating her is what it looks like. We'll do another Firebolt. Get some more burn in on her. 2 burn probably should be enough to kill her. Yeah, that was not a hard battle at all. I was expecting that to be worse.
Oblivion is calling your name, demon.
don't know you lack the power to destroy me. Perhaps Varys could have. Not you. Trapping me was your only hope.
Don't let him escape.
Move aside, or I promise you, I will bring ruin to all you hold dear.
Well, that isn't much.
It can't be. That lady. A vessel.
Garrison! Are you alright?
I will be.
Well, you could have done that sooner.
I wasn't sure it would work. Not on a demon.
How many has it consumed?
Hey, Devil Hunter. Back off. He's got his reasons. We've dealt with Kadral, at least for now. But what about Varys?
Varys is free of the demon's curse. Even now, his powers are returning. When they do, then I'm afraid we'll know.
We can't just wait around for that to happen. We have to find him.
Yes, I suppose we do.
Here we go again.
Is that the end? So we don't face Varys on the normal playthrough. I'm willing to bet, and this is just a hunch, that Varys is only possible to be fought on the New Game Plus. Unless he's hiding somewhere. There is still one enemy that we have not fought. But overall, since we're seeing the credits right now, maybe I sure as heck hope there's not a battle at the end of the credits. That would be painful as well. But as far as the game overall, I actually really enjoyed it. I've been mulling over in my head ways to do it without any grinding whatsoever, and it's fully possible. It would be a little bit more difficult. I think there are a couple dungeons that you may want to do twice just to make the ending a little bit easier, but I think if you actually went through and did all the dungeons on normal difficulty and you fought most of the encounters and stuff like that and, you know, went through and actually tried to complete the areas in one go, you'd have most of the stuff you need. The only thing that would be lacking, and this is something that kind of bothers me a little bit, is you wouldn't have all the ingredients to make all the ultimate weapons. And you have to do some of the dungeons multiple times to trigger events for, say, Gully's ultimate weapon or for other things like that. And you'd also have to get up to a certain level before doing the arena, but even then you don't have to do the arena earlier anyway. I do think this team would be the optimal one, especially if you went through the entire game with just this team and focused all of your books on this team, saving your group books for whenever you actually finally, after you get Mr. Nolan. So I think overall the game's pretty good. I liked it. If you're a fan of turn-based RPGs, it's definitely a good one to pick up. I'd probably give it a good 8 out of 10 if I had to do it on a scale of 10. I think the asking price is reasonable for what it is. If you're not a big fan of turn-based RPGs but want to dip your fingers into it, probably not the best first one to go with. The art style is amazing, the music's good, the voice acting is exceptional, especially for this kind of game. There's a lot of interesting lore surrounding this world if you're really wanting to pick it up. There's a lot of in-jokes, there's a lot of other stuff like that. If you're going to get into turn-based RPGs, this probably wouldn't be my recommendation for first. If you are going to pick it up and you're not a huge fan, I would say wait until it drops below $20. It's probably within like winter or summer sales on Steam would be fine. But overall, I would play it again, not right away, but I do have a good idea of how I would approach it the second time. As far as New Game Plus, not going to jump into it right away. If I do eventually reach a point where the New Game Plus is something I want to do, I will go ahead and probably rush through it and show the very last battle of it. I don't see New Game Plus containing a whole lot of new information, but if it does, I will do a full extra LP of that. But for now, I'm going to actually be jumping on to another LP after this one. If people are interested enough, I could write what I assume would be probably the best path through the game. But yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be much more capable guide writers out there. I'm not exactly the best, so and that I prefer horsing around a little too much. But yeah, overall I liked it, and we're looking at a whole bunch of credits still going through. I know that there's a way to skip it. I can press A to speed through it a little bit. And it doesn't speed up the music. Hey, I appreciate that it doesn't speed up the music. So I can hold down the button and it'll go through a little bit faster. I know that one of the developers has been liking some of my tweets about the game, so I appreciate that. I would appreciate people liking the actual videos, but I know by the end of the series, it's kind of like one of those things where most people are just watching it by then. As of the recording of this, I know that maybe there's about 20 people actually watching the series still. But we are at, 40-something episodes, so I can't blame them.
Beautiful Destra, know that your sacrifice is not in vain. These lands will bleed, and those who took you from me will suffer.
And yeah, that hours played thing is not exactly reflective of how many hours I played. Hours played is probably closer to about 30. Mainly because I accidentally left it on overnight once, and I've actually had it running most of today as of this recording, because I forgot to turn it off after the last episode. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next RPG we're going to be covering, which is Cosmic Star Heroine. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.